Munchkin from the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, and this is our first block of the month for 2019. Now, this block of the month, and by extension the entire quilt, is going to be a little bit different from last year, in that what we're going to be making is a fantasy style picture quilt. And just slapping down some lines in the rough shape of a cloud, beginning of a hot air balloon, and let's start another cloud right here. Now, this quilt and the blocks are going to be a little bit larger than last year's, in that the blocks here, if you look up where the mouse is right now, these blocks are actually 24 inches by 24 inches. Without border, it'll finish out to about 72 inches by 96 inches width then height. This is so I've got enough room to play around and, well, make clouds, hot air balloons, and what might be the basis of the deck of an airship. Now, I'm going to flip over to color here, and I've got a couple of colors picked out in the palette here. And let's start with sky blue, and a bit of wood for the deck. Let's go with white for the clouds, and white for the edge of the air balloon. Let's go with a little bit of gray in the middle. Now, these look really bland. I'm gonna be honest there, it looks a bit bland, but it's important that when you're putting this, and by extension the other blocks together, you try and go for a bit more muted of a pattern, or solid color like we have here, so that way you don't lose the cloud that you've pieced together, or the hot air balloon in the pattern fabric. So I would recommend for the sky something a bit more muted. Try and keep it to the lighter to medium blues. The clouds, try and keep it to a bit close to the white, maybe a really light gray, and a simple pattern, or a muted pattern. The browns, darker-ish brown, that would be pretty nice. Now I'm going to go back into the lines, even though I've already colored it out, because right now it's going to be a bit difficult to put together, as, well, there's, well, going back to the color side, there's no lines for the actual piecing. So going back here, we're going to start once again in the top left, and we're going to turn this into a nice rectangle. Going back over to the color side, you can see here, now that there is a rectangle, it makes a little bit more sense how you could put this together. And just square that up, and let's square that up. Going back to the color side, see, makes a bit more sense. Let's, yeah, that makes sense. Now we'll take this line as far down as it can, bring it back up, and the whole idea here is to block it out enough so that way it's actually pieceable. Half square triangle, And go back to the color side. Could probably do with a couple more lines there. Yeah, that's... And you can easily see that as I'm adding in these piecing lines, it makes more sense how you can take a picture of your own, draw it out in even graph paper, and kind of make your own style. Just quickly going through. So yeah, it's putting together quite nicely. Now, the reason why we're doing a bit of a fantasy style is, well, simply because I love fantasy. Fantasy's really cool to me. And it allows for you to make some things that, well, while might be possible in real life, are even more feasible in the realms of fantasy. And just like that, we've already managed to block out pretty much everything except for this one little cloud in the middle left? I think that's middle left. And let's just... yeah. Oh, don't want to remove the line there. And back to the color side. Yeah, that. I don't really see anything that... oh, right up here. Right up here would be a little bit difficult. And there we go. Oh. Of course, as soon as you pop back over, you see where everything's not quite right. But, yeah, that looks possible. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you'll follow through the rest of 2019 with me and Mom. Thank you very much for sitting through this with me. And I hope to show you some really cool stuff this year.
Hey everyone, I'm Mom.
And I'm Munchkin.
Of the Mom
and Pop Quilt Shop.
And we are working on January's block of the month for 2019 called...
the top left corner of the Fantasy Fun Quilt.
So this is a Fantasy Fun Quilt overall as a whole quilt, right? Design.
Yes.
And it makes a fantastic gift for December when you get it all finished. Each block measures approximately
24 inches by 24 inches.
Which makes a fantastic whole-size quilt of
about 76 inches by 92 inches.
Without a border. So could you imagine? That'd be awesome. Great gift for give somebody. So think about it now, and you can definitely personalize it as the blocks to come with either pastel colors for
girls
or more vibrant colors for
boys.
Whatever you choose, mix and match, whatever you like to do. I'm sure you have quite a collection in it's quite a selection in your collection to choose from to personalize those personal spots right there, okay? So what we're going to work on today is, as Munchkin said, the top left corner block of the month. That is it right there. We have a few pieces that we've already started to build out. Munchkin will show you. That is the upper corner right here that we have completed. Very simple and easy. And then a little bit of a bottom corner section down here, just down there, just a little bit. And then the little bottom row here where it begins with a little bit of brown and the blue. Now, he really, really loved the Artisan Shimmer fabric from Northcott, the blue. So that's what we've chosen, or he has chosen, for the sky. Because it gives a lot of texture and depth. And since this is fantasy fun, you can do whatever you like. You can pick whatever color you like for your sky. All right, this quilt has approximately, how many colors?
About 8 colors.
About 8 colors, but you can expand on that using maybe some of the smaller bits. You're mix and matching your browns, you're mix and matching your greens, you're mix and matching your blues for the skies. Whatever you would like to do, let the option be open completely to you. So we don't know exactly how much meter or yardage is required for this quilt as of yet, as this is an EQ8 program and we have just started from the very beginning. So this is a 24 by 24 inch block, and all of them will be 24 by 24, and that is going to be one each month, the first Thursday of each month of each Thursday of every month. We're going to produce that out, okay? So as you have seen, he's already done his video, and now we're going to be putting the pieces together. So we've taken some time to cut it and sew a few bits, and now we're going to continue to work on what he has labeled here as a airship or balloon.
Airship balloon,
Airship
specifically.
balloon, okay? It's a bit of a gray and white here in representation of that. And if you're looking for the pattern, it will be available on Sunday, January 6th by the end of day, and that is Eastern Canada time, okay? So we have 2 parts that we're sewing together here, and it is, we've got
we have
adaption, sorry. Yeah, right. He'll talk about it, and also.
we have a light gray or white hue alongside the other type of light gray M piece.
To define the bit of the balloon.
To define the difference between the air balloon and one of the other clouds, which are the normal light gray to white color.
And what we have already pieced here, I will explain to you right here, is E, R, and L, because I'm assuming you're going to refer back to this video once you get the pattern. And the pattern is free for the first month, and then after that I'm not sure what Pop has in idea-wise. And of course, all patterns for all block of the months are free for our Patreons. So good bonus to sign up there, okay? And then we have another section here, which is K and E, and we've added those together to kind of help build out that bit of a balloon. So now that gets added to the piece that we have just done with Munchkin there, right? Is that correct? Am I mistaken?
Flip it up.
Let's just
Yep,
make
that
sure
looks right to me.
we're good? Okay, all right, and proceeding. There you go. Doesn't it look just like me? Ooh. So cute, adorable.
Thanks, you too.
All right. Sorry. All right, press that. That's a bit trouble, I tell ya.
Yes, you are.
All right, that's one part there. And then we will add, where's our top part? Where was it?
It's right here.
Oh,
Already set up for you.
It was flipped over. I didn't even see that. There we go. So I can sew that right there?
Yep.
Oh, they're so good. I think I'll keep them. All right, and then you're going to press this, and then we'll sew those 2 bits together, correct? All right. Oh, those ones will get to them. All right, so there you go.
Yeah.
Show the peoples. Show the peoples, and then we're going to add this to this, which is big old A to the KE and the ERL. Sounds like I'm speaking some sort of foreign language. And then Munchkin will press this, and then we'll sew those 2 together that we just did. There we go. Thank you. And that's our balloon build, or part of it. Not 8.
Almost.
Just almost. Like he has the design. Sorry. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing it as we build it out every month. I totally kind of keep it as a surprise. I like the excitement. We just had to pick some materials, so. All right, there we go. We also have the green artisan sandscape design fabric, as well as a kind of a military army sort of green and a medium gray, I would think. It's quite, you can tell it's gray. So I'd say it's about a medium to light gray.
And for a larger sample of what we're using as what's described as white in the pattern is this, and it's the artisan, or the Northcott Shimmer. The light gray, I believe?
Mm-hmm. I think it is, yeah. There should be a number on there, honey.
Color 92.
Alright, so that's the part of the pattern that we've just finished up right here, which are right over there. See? Maybe Pop can get a little zoom in there so you can see exactly what I was working on. Give him a second. And then Munchkin will press that, and we'll continue to work on this other bottom part over here. It kind of looks like a little white car, but I mean, you could adapt it to many ways you like it. There we go, that one right there. Right. Get that press, please. Thank you.
And these are the pieces for the next one.
All right, so this is an E piece, which an E I just cut as the square and then would cut on the diagonal as it tells me to. In the pattern. So I just made sure to have enough. I'd rather have too much than too little. And this one goes on, that's for, what was that you said? D and E?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So
B and E. B and E. At the far left side of the...
Upper corner?
Right here.
Oh, that one. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm laying it out correctly. Because it means that blue's got to be in the upper corner, which means it needs to be flipped.
Right here.
There we go.
On the design.
Just give Pop a couple seconds to focus in on that. So he understands what we need of him. Okay. So we're just going to line those up. Just switch that triangle down from corner to corner, overlapping the edges a little bit, and that's where we'll do some trimming. And then we'll fold that over. It should be pretty equal to the piece that we just left behind. Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. We'll just trim that up and I get you to press that. Hopefully I did it in the right direction. Other than that, we're doing this all over again. Okay.
Forgot to place this back over here.
Oh yeah, that looks really nice together, doesn't it? Do you want me to sew these two together?
If you want, we should be able to.
Okay, alright, awesome. You do that and I'll do this. Go teamwork, go teamwork, go teamwork. So pick your 8 colors and jump on the Munchkin Block of the Month bandwagon, and we can't wait to see your posts in the Mafia group. We are both very excited. Okay, so there would be part of the balloon. The hot air balloon or the balloon. Okay, right? Is that correct? Okay, yay! Now, what else?
Right here, we have B and E being connected to N.
Okay, B and E being connected to N. Oh, all right. We're ahead of the game here. All right. So we're working on the other cloud, right?
Yes, the cloud that is in the bottom left here.
Okay, alrighty.
And what we've just done is connect this smaller piece to the much wider white piece in the middle of the cloud.
There we go. Right? Perfect. Okay, next piece. What we gotta build up?
So we're gonna start working on the bottom here.
Okay, sounds good. Next.
So,
And of course, we just line these up on a 45.
we have 2 E's and an O.
Okay, well, I think I have a couple of E's left over from my cuts from earlier, so let's see how far those can get me. All right.
Okay.
So here's my O, And I need to put them on, can you just give me a quick point? Well, okay, there we go, thank you. So we need to go on the side.
With the end shape looking like a trapezoid, I think?
I think that looks like a trapezoid to me. Looks like a trapezoid to me. I don't know what it looks like to you. Alright, so let's line these up. And we want to give them a little bit of crossover on either corner. So when we flip these little half square triangles, once we do the little sew here, let's just pretend, let's do like a little faux sew here, and it's going to end up like that, okay? So you can see, hopefully in the camera, how it's going to end up looking. Okay? So we just want to make sure we're overlapping a little bit here. And I'm going to put 2 pins in to make sure it's going to stay steady as I go and stitch those down. Okay, and then same with this one here. And then I'll trim off this part afterwards. Okay, just line that up a bit. Okay, put a little pin in. There we go. And this is a great way to learn the EQ8 software. There's lots of interesting facts to learn and to explore with the software. You'd be very surprised at what you can discover and create. Okay, and I'm just sewing from corner to corner in both of these little squares to attach the half square triangles that I have. Okay. And that gives us our little Owen E piece. Okay, well actually it sits this way. Alright, and I'm just going to trim the little gray pieces off the back side before Munchkins give us a little press, okay? Okay, there we go for that one. And we'll trim off the dog ears later, or we won't even trim them off at all, it doesn't matter. Okay, can I get you just to press those?
Okay, and we have another B and E, the same direction.
Oh, okay, B and E. B and E, B and E, sounds like we're breaking it in for. But we're not. Okay, so we're going to cut that E in half. And this is B. And is this the one we're talking about right here?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, hello, little Munchkin minion. There he is. He's your minion. There you go. You pick him up. You love him. That's who he belongs to. Though he does love the mama. He is definitely the Munchkin's cat.
Hey, buddy.
His little purr in the microphone. People love that. He's so cute. Okay. Now let's see. Did I do that correctly? Yeah. All right.
Yes, you did.
I'll just finger press that for right now while you're holding the fur baby. Oh, I can hear his little motor from here. Hi, Bobby. Hi, Bobby Boo. So cute.
Camera time and double the attention.
Yeah. He's like, look at this.
I gotta get back to work.
Looks like we need to make another O and E combination. So let's.
We do.
Let's get going on that. You might want to press that one.
I'll do that while you work on.
Yep. Perfect. Thank you very much. Let's do another one of these. He's like, that wasn't enough time. All right. Take these two. Exactly. And so if this is going to go this way, just really refer to the drawing for your end result. If you know you need that blue in the upper right hand corner, make sure you're placing it down, and then when it's stitched and flipped, it is in the right hand corner, that sort of thing, okay? Just take a little, always reference back to the picture to make sure we're doing it right. And this one should go, that should be on the outside, correct? Goes there and that goes there?
Yep.
That's all we need? Okay. Alright, I'll just flip them back over and pin them. Thank you very much. Is he loving around her feet?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh, I love your feet. You guys are on camera. I love your feet. He's a very lovey cat. It was so funny. Remember when we went to go pick him up from the shelter?
Yeah.
And he was very much like this.
Yeah.
That was like almost 10 years ago. It's crazy. Look how much you've grown. He still seems the same. All right, so we're just gonna sew this down.
He's a bit more grumpy from time to time.
Yeah, that's true. Hi, buddy. Oh no, he's loving to use my foot. What's up there, Bubby Boo? Bubby Boo, Mr. Clyde Magoo. Oh yeah, we made up songs for him all over, haven't we? He's got many nicknames and many songs. Alright, so now we're going to trim these little bits off, and the Munchkin's going to press the blue out. Okay. he's really like, oh, my time, man. Okay, thank you. Press the blues out. And then what else do we need to work on? We need a Q, an E, and E. Alright, so I got another E's. I can chop this one in half.
Well, actually, the Q and E and E
was already
is this
there.
right here.
Whoa, geez. Are we on the ball? Okay, hey. Go us. Go us.
It's not put together yet, but...
A J, an O, and a D. That's what we need. A J, O, and a D for the top of that cloth,
Yeah.
right? Okay, a little bit of water. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.
And that'll head off the end here.
Okay, yeah.
So what we've made is the bottom row up to this end cap point here, and we just made the end cap right here.
Perfect. Now,
we just need to piece the bottom row and make the top row of this cloud.
okay.
Oh.
Let me know when he's tapping with the top row. I get some love and dime for Clyde. He's helping. He says stitch right here. Right? Supervisor Clive?
So it is J and T, which for some reason are the exact same size.
I think so.
So that's the O in the middle,
All right.
and they have to,
Over flap on either side on an angle.
like the O and E's, but just longer on either side with the blues.
So the O is the minimal part of the inside. Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. So just depending on how we lay this out, whether it be this side or this side, should give us our proper angle. So if we want the one where it's wider on the bottom in the center, this is the correct angle we need to do for that side, right? Okay, so put a little pin in. He's rubbing against my foot. Funny. I thought I had a oh, I do. Okay. So that was the one. Hold on. Nope. Already messed this up. There we go.
Pinned it the wrong way.
I did pin it the wrong way. Doesn't take much. Just get yourself slightly confused. And then you're wondering why stuff is not fitting correctly. Well, because you sewed it wrong.
By the way, we strongly recommend using a chalk pencil or something that easily is removed from the fabric, but you can still see it on the pieces to label them. Because there is,
A lot of pieces.
I think, half the alphabet.
At least some. It got down to O, didn't it? Alright, so there's our first piece. Okay. Got the angle correct. Now I want to make sure the other one goes in the opposite direction. Okay. And we'll trim those up afterwards. So that would be making sure this went down this way. And then I went down from this corner to this corner and then flipped in that direction. Should give me the correct piece facing towards me. Okay. What was that? He's a weird cat. I think because they're both in the same zone, he's a little confused. He's all over the place. Weird cat. It's like my two favorite peoples. What's going on? Alright, so now we're just going to trim those two outer little bits. And then hopefully give that a press. And hopefully that is the size. It looks pretty darn good to what we need. If not, we can always do a little bit of squaring up. Okay, here. Can't wait to put this whole block together. There we go. Thanks, honey. Nice. Just a little bit of press, please.
So now we need to put these...
the whole bottom part under N, right, together?
Yeah,
the whole bottom
like
part.
that.
So what is this, this, and this? Okay, there we go. So that is E, O, E, Q, E, and B. Okay,
yes.
Those are the three that we need to sew together. On the bottom part of the cloud. Back to you to press.
Don't mind me just forgetting how to iron midway through the video.
Just relax. It's all good. Everybody's gonna love you. Alright, so there we go. That can use a little press and love. And then we can add,
Hot tamales.
once we add that to the bottom there, we add this piece on.
Yep.
So I'll move this back over here. And we're going to make sure they line up to be approximately the same size. So we need 42 3/4 for this strip that Munchkin has. If we have to trim it up, we trim it up. Got to make sure it fits. 12 3/4 right here. So we'll go right over there. It's got a little trimming. So I'm going to trim off the gray because I really don't want to lose anything off the blue. That would be the more idealistic way to trim that up to make sure the block is going to fit together. So that's what I'm going to do. Seems like a bit much, but you know, we're working with software we hadn't worked with before. Not with before, but not for this project anyways. This specific project. Okay, there we go. All right, now we have those two. We're going to flip them, put them together, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, just like this. And then we're going to add the side part of this one. Right. Of course, you can pin if you like. And if you have any questions about the blocks and the blocks ahead or the color suggestions or something like that, you can always email Munchkin at... Do you have your email address here?
I don't, sadly.
Or
but...
just message me the info@wesewit.ca. Okay, that would probably be the best place. And we will make sure Munchkin gets the information. All right, can I get you to press that, please? Thank you very much. And then we'll add the side part on. We appreciate you liking and subscribing and watching and being part of our more than 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. And don't forget to check us out on Patreon.
Okay.
Always extra bonuses for Patreon. I think we need to add this part first.
I'm just... Yep.
Okay. All right, so this goes on here. So because of the way it is lined up, which do you suggest we trim a little bit off each side?
A little bit off each side, yeah.
Just to make sure it's going to fit.
Yeah.
We seem to have a little bit of trimming to do on these projects. So take the one that's previous that says it comes out at 6.5. We'll take this one, take a little bit over and a little bit over, and we'll trim those up at 6.5. Would you want to trim or no?
I will let the master do it.
Alrighty. So that's the 6.5 part there. And we'll go all the way to the 0. Bring that back up. Oh, keep hitting it. Alright, make sure it's nice and good. Alright, so we'll take that piece. And is in that direction? Yes, it is. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Seems like it's...
Other
Nope,
way.
we're flipped. Yeah, I was just like,
Yeah.
wait a second here. That did not look right.
Right size end. Wrong end.
Alright, there we go. Add this piece on here. Something was just not computing. Alright, so there's our bottom part of our little cloud we got going on here. Get that little press, and then we'll add our other piece. We'll have to do some trimming on that, I'm sure. And then we just got a couple more seams to go. Oops, you forgot to press this one, huh?
Oh, I
You
thought I
buy
did.
it!
Oh no.
Never. Okay, what does that measure out to be? I'll take that. That's okay. You can do that, and I'll do the measurement of this one and make sure this one gets trimmed to 15 inches. Okay, so there, 15 inches. We're going to bounce that right in between the two numbers. So there's that. Go all the way over here.
Excuse me.
Yep, that's fine. Just careful. There we go. This gets added to the top
Yep.
of this piece. Yep, there we go. And then we can start sewing this bits together. Awesome. There we go. Fun, fun, fun. This is the way, right? Yes, it is. Bottom, the thicker part to the bottom of the cloud. Smaller part to the top. If you have anybody who's a fan of Minecraft or digital art, anything like that, wouldn't you suggest that this would be an awesome
Yeah.
sort of gift project for them?
Anybody that's interested in this kind of stuff would very likely enjoy this.
Awesome. All right, what else do we have to put together? What's after this?
Well, we
We have to
gotta.
put this part, right?
Yep.
That one?
On
Okay.
the bottom of the cloud that we just
Bottom
made.
of the cloud we just made. Making oh, bibbidi bobbidi boo, that matches up perfectly. It's like we knew what we were doing. Okay, so let's, and then what's after this?
Then we piece that to the upper cloud.
The upper corner cloud, a very upper left corner of the cloud, of the block, of the whole quilt.
It'd be right about here. We're now adding the whole bottom cloud to the cloud to chunk up here.
There's our bottom one. Give that a little bit of press, please.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Move the page I just put in the way.
I know that sometimes there's just never enough room in the quilt shop, is there? Or any sewing any shop or spot. Hope everybody's having a fantastic new year. Hopefully you can enjoy your bonus videos on both the Patreon side and our YouTube subscriber side. We're very much looking forward to a full year of fun and learning.
And then it's
That goes up there. Okay.
just roughly lined up for you.
Okay. Do a little squaring up here with the big ruler once we're done. Now these are big blocks. This makes for a big quilt. Now if you really wanted to challenge yourself, these squares measure approximately 2 inches by 2 inches, right?
Yes.
You could half it, and then you'd have half the size. But that's completely up to you. We didn't want to do that.
Resulting in about a 12-inch by 12-inch block.
For that small? No.
If you were to half it, yeah.
I think it'd be bigger than that. Anyway, we're just gonna press that. Think about it.
Maybe my math's just bad.
Sometimes we have good math days and sometimes we have very bad math days. Just the math days it is.
Every day's a bad math day for me.
Alright, so we ready?
I
we
think this
need
needs
to trim
a bit
up.
of a
Yeah,
trim.
just a little bit. That's okay. We'll get the big trimmer out here.
Move the other blocks.
Yep, thank you. And we'll just do this. And I know you're not wanting to do any trimming, so I said I would do the trimming. You didn't want to do any of the cutting, and I understand. That's fine. All right, so now we're going to put those two together, right?
Yep. Which is along this
Perfect.
line.
Looks good to me. Now make sure we're going to line them up the best we can. Hopefully we got some similar in heights, right?
I think that's pretty spot on.
I'd say that was pretty spot on myself. Actually, put a pin at the top. There you go. And I'll
Okay.
put, and then a pin in the middle, and a pin. I'll put a pin at the bottom. Okay, just to make sure we're keeping everybody together. Okay. Thank you.
And
Oh, are you sneaking in for more time, Mr. Clive? All right. And this will be the second to last seam. We just got the last of the bottom part there, which if you describe what the brown piece is, because we've been working really with blue, white, and gray. Go ahead.
sorry, I lost track.
The brown piece.
So
What is it? What is it in representation of in the
This.
square? It's okay. He knew.
this is the beginning of the deck of an airship.
Hence the balloon top that we've been trying to build in the clouds and the sky to go with it. Probably wondering why there was just a bit of a little strip of brown in the bottom of the block.
That's because this little bit is going to connect to a bunch of the other blocks and make out a full airship.
Sounds fantastic. Check that out. Isn't that beautiful? Now these block of the months will be divvied out in a puzzle format. So you won't get, the second one in the row to the upper left corner. You may get somewhere in the middle or another corner or an edge or something like that. So it's going to be a bit of a mystery as well as a block of the month adventure as we go forward to the end of the year of 2019. So we're very, very happy about this, very, very excited about this, and we hope lots of you partake in this big, big adventure, that's for sure. You want to just give that big seam a big press first, and then we'll sew the last part on.
This one actually needs a little bit of a trim on
Oh, it does
the
it?
H side.
What does it need?
If I line it back up, looks to me like half an inch almost.
Do you think you can handle that?
Are you sure you want to trust me with a sharp object?
Yes, I do.
Oh.
You can do it. That's okay. There we go. Yep.
So
Line up.
there.
Yeah, and then this is squeeze this come for the blade to come out. Keep your fingers away from the edge of the ruler. And even pressure and come straight up. No, connect all to the board the whole time. Give even pressure. Even pressure. Like not just guide it, you need to press. There we go. That sounds better, didn't it? Alright, there we go. Good job, it. Okay. Okay. You did the trimming.
Some. Oh, let's.
That little press, and we'll add on the last little bottom strip here. And I just used a lovely little wax chalk standard yoke pencil to mark out all that I need to. And this is a fantastic little pencil when you need to get more of the magic in the inside. You just pull down, and it just kind of peels right off. Very simple. There you go. It's amazing. I love it. Can't wait to see your blocks in the Mafia group. Yep, that looks great. And we just got to add this one on the bottom, right? So just a little flip all the way to the end and sew down. And we'll give it a press and we are done. Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
Hello, what is me? Now tell everybody where they can find us.
Well, you can find us here on YouTube and also on Patreon, I believe. And in the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop Mafia group on Facebook.
Exactly. www.wesewit.ca. All right. Give that a press. And block 1 for 2019 is complete.
Yeah.
That's a nice big block.
Yeah.
Pretty. I can't wait for this whole quilt. I'm very excited about this Munchkin. Very, very excited. Now you should get about 4 sheets for cutting information, and Munchkin will write out the instructions on how to put this block together, as well as keep referring back to the picture and this video to hopefully help you.
Destruction for your blue fabric collection.
I think this would be a great way to bust your scraps. You can make it very tactile and visual with your different layers of grays and greens and browns and stuff like that. Just go through your collection and pull out the ones that are very maybe nature and orientated or had a very small to delicate print to it. And I think you could rock this. I think you could rock this just fine. Hold it up. Thank you everybody for watching, liking, and subscribing. This is, what's it called?
It's the top left corner of the Fantasy Fun quilt.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great Thursday. Bye-bye.